Hi, Claire from Lothlorien here. I'm going to do another little mythbuster, if you like. Now, positive reinforcement. Positive reinforcement is giving the dog something it wants or needs after a behaviour has happened to increase the likelihood of that behaviour happening again. It's quite simple, it's quite straightforward. Positive reinforcement isn't just about food. I'm a positive trainer. It does not mean that I just use food. I use lots of different things. Now, there's a reason why you do predominantly use food first. Food is a primary reinforcer. Now, primary reinforcers are things that an animal, a dog, you and I, all animals, need or want in order to survive. So it's not just food. You know, you have water, you have access to socialisation, you have access to fun, to toys, to games, to enjoyment. You have breeding rights, mating rights, sex, and then you have food. So food is just one small part of what a primary reinforcer is. The reason that food is used more often than above everything else is because there's easy access to it. It's easy to use, it's easy to give on time, and it's ethically good. I mean, you couldn't say, like, to your dog, if you do a good recall, I'm going to let you go off and breed with Daisy down the road. That's just wrong. You can't deny them the right to water. You can't deny them the right to shelter. Fun is something that you can use as well, and playing. And I don't think you can use access to being a social animal as a reward for good behaviour. I mean, if we were doing that and we were dealing with a dog that had behavioural issues, that would be asking someone to keep their dog in isolation, which I don't think is morally correct, and then waiting until they behave themselves before they can join in. I don't think that's correct. So food is just a small part of it, but as I said, it's an easy thing to use. Now, here's where the Mythbuster comes in. I've had a few people say to me, and I'm sure lots of people maybe think this, or feel this, or have been told this, or have heard this, is if I use food in training with my dog, I'm going to make my dog reliant on food. Now, that's already happening. Your dog relies on food to survive. So it's not, you're not going to make your dog any more or less reliant on food. It still needs it. I must say, a big bugbear I have is people using food but denying the dog access unless it's doing behaviours correctly. We shouldn't be forcing them to work for food. They should be doing it because they enjoy working for food. Someone in the cafe's just dropped lots of cups. So it's about a careful use. Now, in order to proceed with positive training, we need to make sure that the dog or the animal or whatever you're working with, the child, whatever, is happy. Now, if they're not happy and they're not eating or they're not playing and they're miserable, then you really should not be doing any training until you address what is making them unhappy and moving to make that component better. I will not proceed with training a dog when it's not happy, healthy and ready to train. It's huge. You know, someone may come to me and say, for example, my dog won't recall, we want to train recall. And then when we start doing an assessment on the dog, we actually realise that externally, outside in the environment, the dog is unable to orientate towards the owner. It's almost like the owner doesn't exist. The dog's not doing it deliberately, it's just overwhelmed with everything that's going on around about it. I'm not going to teach a recall until we address that issue first, because if we don't lay those happiness foundations, then there's no point in moving on to using positive reinforcement. So for the next time somebody says to you that using food to train your dog is going to make your dog reliant on food, just point them to here, because there's a whole lot more to the word-based training than just chucking bits of cookies at your dogs all day. So hopefully that's helped put a few things to rest, and maybe taught you something. And I'm always open to comments regarding this. You know, the lines of communication are open between everyone. So thanks very much for watching, and keep feeding your dog. Bye.